Wasted money on cures. Forgot how to fix myself. They say that time is free. Then why is it so precious? Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. Time is running out. Time is running out. Lately I've lost my track. I've sailed the deepest seas, hoping to find something to bring back better times. Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. But time is running out. 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 Time is running. Time is running out. But time is running out. What if my best days are over? They can't be over. They can't be over now. Time is running out. What if my best days are over? They can't be over now. Time is running out. Time is running out. Time is running out.
Afternoon, everyone. It's Jim here. Welcome to the latest in our series of live revision sessions for AQA A-Level Business. That's AQA A-Level Business. And joining me today with Graham, my old mucker Graham, is our good friend Jamie. Jamie, how you doing?
Doing great, Jim. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, and well, great. Thanks, and thanks for joining us to add your AQA expertise to our sessions. We've got a live session of about 30 minutes, just under, where we're looking at section or unit 3.6 today from the AQA specification. A mixture, the usual mix of fun and frolics, some MCQs, new exam style MCQs, some calculations, and some application questions, and a short case study at the end, which may leave you feeling drained, I think it's fair to say. Anyway, Graham, do you want to lead us off with our usual warm-up, the big reveal, whilst people are joining us live?
Yeah, no problem. Hello, everyone. So, as usual, we have 5 clues leading to, it could be a product, could be a business, we don't know. So we'll reveal each clue one at a time, and if you think you know the name of the business or product, I think it's going to be a business by the first clue, type it in the chat window. So this, we'll assume it is a business. It was founded in 1927. So if you're sat there thinking, you know, I know a business that was founded in 1926, well, it can't be the right answer because this business was founded in 1927. So shall we have a look? Clue number 2, Jim. Now the first product was a rat poison called Rodine. So, first product was a rat poison called Rodine.
That rules out Apple.
Was it? Yeah, definitely not Apple, because their rat poison wasn't called Rodine, was it? Clue number 3, please. Has a royal warrant to provide pest control and hygiene services. A royal warrant. So I get the feeling it's in the sort of pest control style industry here. Rat poison, Rodine, 1927 royal warrant, pest control and hygiene services. What about clue number 4? The logo features a mouse being struck by
Oh.
lightning.
Oh.
So what do we think? There's lots joining us now live.
Yeah.
So what do we think? Any ideas of a business that has a mouse for a logo?
Not Disney, is it? Not Disney?
Oh, it could be Disney, couldn't it? It could be Disney. It could be
It'd be a
Disney.
shock if it was.
Should we have a look at clue number 5?
I think we've beaten them for the first time ever.
I think we have beaten them. Demand for its disinfection and hygiene services. Hygiene services, easy for me to say, surged during the pandemic. So I think we've beaten the student audience here. I think we'll give a couple more seconds.
That's possibly the hardest ever big reveal, isn't it? But
it is. But it's. Do you know what? It's.
No.
Oh, someone's in here. Crimson
Isaac.
124.
Yeah, beaten to it by Isaac there.
So Isaac was in that. Isaac Durham. Is it Rent a Kill though? It is Rent a Kill. Do you know, Jim? Do you know they've got a special offer at the minute? Rent a Kill. Buy one, get one. Buy one, get one free. And on that note, should we do some MCQs?
Let's do it. So as always with these sessions, we always add a new selection of hopefully exam style and hopefully exam standard MCQs, hopefully with the right answers as well. We do write these new every week so that you've got a nice collection of paper 1 questions to practice, but they're a good way of testing, in this case, unit 3.6. Am I going the first one, I think? Is it me?
You are, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so it's one of our favourites, isn't it? Our 2 statement questions. We usually get 2 or 3 of these in paper 1. So statement 1 there. Conditions in the labour market are an external influence on the HR objectives of a business. What do you think, true or false? Statement 2, a soft approach to human resource management, or HRM, emphasises the importance of people and their well-being in a business. Is that true or false? So as always with 2 statements, the answers are always the same. You've got to work out your combination there. Let's have a look, see who gets first into the live chat. Anna was first in. We'll find out shortly whether Anna is correct. Ruben and Sheila and Ben were also pretty quick, as was Neve. Not everyone going for the same answer, but most people going for the same answer, which is answer A. Should we have a look? It is indeed A, yeah. It's, so don't forget there are 2 types of influence, aren't there? There's external influences, factors outside of the business's control and how they influence objectives, not just human resource objectives. And internal influences, things that are within the control of the business. Well, clearly a business can't control the labour market. That's definitely external. And yet a soft approach, that compares with a hard approach. A soft approach very much does emphasise people, doesn't it? So good start. Who's doing the second one?
Me, that's me. Okay, so which of the following is likely to result in a lower labour retention in a business? So a lower labour retention. So labour retention is the opposite, isn't it, of labour turnover. So here we want obviously our staff to stay. So which one of those, A, B, C or D, is likely to result in a lower labour retention rate?
That's a hard question.
It is, yeah. So is it A, a direct competitor goes out of business, B, the business changes to internal rather than external recruitment, a direct competitor increases pay, or the business increases the amount spent on training? Got lots of answers coming through, lots of C's. Should we have a look, Jim?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so the answer is C. So a direct competitor increases pay. Yeah. So obviously, A, a direct competitor goes out of business. Well, obviously, they're not going to steal our staff, are they? Because they're not in business. If our business decides to change internal rather than external recruitment, then that's going to be motivation for our staff, and they're likely to see that there's the opportunity for promotion. So that's going to be positive for our labour retention. And D, again, is quite positive, isn't it? The business increases the amount spent on training. So again, that shows motivation from the employees that the business is going to spend money on them. So a direct competitor increases pay. Well, if they're going to pay more than us, then that could entice our staff to them and therefore lower our labour retention rate. So the answer is C. Excellent.
Yeah, well done. That was a hard question, that one.
It was.
Hard question. Good question, that one. I'll do this one, I think. So we're on to Hackman and Oldham. The last year, I think that Hackman and Oldham can be examined, isn't it? I think it's disappearing
is.
from the spec for next year. But anyway, it's relevant to students taking exams in 2024. So managers of business change how work is organised, and they increase the range and diversity of work required in a job. According to Hackman and Oldham, that's an example of what? Now, obviously, Hackman and Oldham, I think, had 5 elements of job design, didn't it? We've got 4 listed there. Is it task identity, task significance, autonomy, or skill variety? It's one of those 4. There is one of the 5 missing, but Hackman and Oldham's model of job design, methods of almost designing motivation into a job. Most people, Eve, Joe, Isaac, Ben, Daniela, and Anna, all going, lots and lots of people joining us live. Can't mention you all going for the same one, which is answer D. Let's have a look. It is indeed D. The skill variety, increasing the range and diversity of tasks and skills required, giving you some variety, not just doing the same thing the whole time. So well done. It is indeed D. Our 4th one now.
Yep. Okay. So which one of the following is not part of the human resource flow of a business? So the human resource flow, for those that aren't aware, is the point where recruitment employees go from the point of recruitment all the way through to leaving the business. Okay. So is it A, redeployment, B, redundancy, C, motivation, or D, training? Not part of the human resource flow.
I do believe there's 5 parts to this as well, isn't it? Isn't there 5? There are 5 elements to the human resource flow.
So a bonus mark in the live chat, G, somebody can mention the 5th. Although only 3 are listed down there, so there's actually 2 more, aren't there?
Yeah. So got some answers. Neve, Isaac, Anna, Daniela, all going with C. Should we have a look at the answer, Jim?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, excellent. C. So again, in terms of redeployment, that's moving or transferring one member of staff from one area of the business to another area of the business where they might be needed. Redundancy is obviously the process of terminating a contract, isn't it? And training is obviously upskilling and providing knowledge and skills to our staff to ensure that they are more effective. So they are all part of the human resource flow. And obviously motivation, therefore, is the odd one out. Excellent.
Yeah, good stuff.
Oh, me again, right? Yep.
Go for it, yep.
Okay, so another one of our statement questions again. So again, as Jim said earlier on, the answers don't change. So statement 1, according to Hertzberg, improving hygiene factors can reduce dissatisfaction, but not necessarily increase motivation. Is that true or is that false? And statement 2, Maslow's hierarchy of needs proposed that individuals move sequentially through each level, starting with physiological needs. So is that true or is that false? So this is good knowledge of what Hertzberg and Maslow is here, isn't it?
Got to know those models, haven't you, to get this one right? Unless you guess.
Got to know the models,
Yeah.
inside and out, absolutely.
Wow.
Lots of people going for A, Jim. Lots of people going for A, Joe, Neve, Isaac, Sheila. Excellent. Should we see what the answer is?
Wow.
Yeah, excellent. The answer is A. They are on fire today. So Hertzberg hygiene factors, these are factors that don't motivate our staff, but can demotivate staff if they're not in place. So we're thinking things here about pay, working conditions, adequate supervision. So they don't motivate, but they can certainly demotivate if they're not in place. And Maslow's hierarchy, obviously, we've got those 5 levels, haven't we, in this pyramid, starting with physiological all the way up to self-actualization. And if we're going to achieve self-actualization, then we've got to make sure that we achieve each level that precedes that to be able to become totally motivated. So again, both of those statements are true. Excellent.
We don't often get true truths, do we? Twice. That's quite unusual for these questions.
It is.
Well done for working it out. Is this one mine?
It is, yeah.
So a group of employees that is internal to a business and represents the interests of employees in discussions with management. What's that known as? This is directly from the specification. So what is that called? A group of employees internal to a business and they represent the interests of employees in discussions with management. Is it a trade union? Is it a works council? Is it a trade association? or could it be a quality circle?
No, I do know, Jim. As we're all aware, the three of us, this topic was examined recently,
Yep.
and a lot of students didn't know the key term. So
Not tonight,
again,
though.
not tonight. They're on
I
fire.
tell you what, I think this has to be the highest standard of MCQs. We wrote 6 MCQs today and thought, let's make them the hardest we've done. And I think just about everybody's got them all right, or maybe 5 out of 6. It is indeed a works council, yeah. The key there was it's internal to a business. A trade union is external to a business. It's an external organisation. So you could rule that one out. And that's exactly what a works council is. It's an internal group of employees who represent staff in discussing a variety of issues with the management. That is amazing work. G, over to you, mate.
Oh, well done, everyone. So we've got a calculation blast now. So calculators, smartphones, calculating implements at the ready. So on screen, we've got a table of data relating to the output and labour force of a business this year. We've got the output, number of employees leaving, the average number of employees, and the average labour cost per employee. Now, we're asking you to do two things. Calculate labour turnover. And once you've calculated labour turnover, can you calculate labour cost per unit? Now, as with all calculation questions for AQA A-Level Business, make sure you show your working out or your process. That way, even if you get the final answer wrong, you can still get some marks. So shall we have 2 minutes, Jim, do you think?
You want 2 minutes on the clock and some
Just
music?
2 minutes.
Yeah, here we
Let's
go.
have some music. Actually, let's give them 120 seconds instead. So can you work out labour turnover and then labour cost per unit? Everything you need is on screen. Labour turnover, relatively straightforward. Now remember, labour turnover is expressed as a percentage. That's important. And once you've worked out labour turnover, work out labour cost per unit. So we've already looked at labour retention earlier on, and Jamie was right. It's the opposite, really, of labour turnover. So that labour cost per unit is a relatively tricky calculation. That would probably be worth 3 or 4 marks in your exam. And quant skills are so important. Numerical concepts really, really crucial. If you're on top of them, there can be the route to relatively easy marks and moving up those grade boundaries.
It's the equivalent of a grade, isn't it, G? Ultimately,
Definitely.
Equivalent of a grade, if you can get that.
It is, yeah. You're dead right there. So Sheila, straight in there with some answers. Very, very quick. Isaac, straight in there as well. Very quick. Got some working out there, which is beautiful to see. These are tough, Jim. I think we might have the best students we've ever had on this line. The answers are so quick.
Yeah, amazing work.
Really good. Really, really good.
Handpicked the live audience. We went round and picked the best. And can you believe it? The clock's finished.
I can't. You know what? Where does the time go? So labour turnover was indeed. Shall we reveal the answer? Yeah, 20%. Well done, everyone. So the formula for that was number of staff leaving divided by the average number employed multiplied by 100. Remember, if you just wrote 20 in your exam, you couldn't get full marks. You would need that percentage sign. So make sure, and I think everyone did that. Everyone either wrote percent down or used a percentage sign. Fantastic. And labour cost per unit. Can we reveal that? £252 per unit there. So I think I can see where some people went slightly wrong with the working out. So it's the total labour costs divided by output. Now remember, there are 225 employees, each paid £28,000. So we need to multiply the 28,000 by the 225 to get the total labour costs. Then we divide it by the output. And that gives us our £252 per unit. So I can see where some people went wrong there. Some people just divided the 28,000 by the 25,000 rather than multiplying
Yep.
the 28,000 by 225. Now, if you just wrote down £1.12 and that's all you wrote down, you wouldn't get any marks. If you'd shown some working out of the 28,000 divided by 25,000, you may get, depending on how it's marked, you may get a mark there because you've shown some understanding of at least the formula. That's why it's really important to always show your working out for every single question, and even write the formula down. If you don't know the formula, write a definition down, write something down. So well done, everyone. So when I saw the £1.12s going up, I knew the mistake people were making. But that was a tough question.
And that's for
Well
one
done, everyone.
employee, wasn't it? So yeah, that was for one employee.
That
one
would
employee.
assume that one employee made all 25,000 units, and of course
Yeah.
we
So
know that there were 225 of them. So
Yeah.
And they might have got marks, as you say, G, because they've shown.
Yeah, they might get
they've
marks
shown knowledge.
just for showing they're working out. Perfect. Right, shall we? I think it's the application spinner now, and I think are you doing the first one of these, Jamie?
No, I am. I think I am.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
you, Jamie. Your name's Jamie.
Okay.
My name's Jim.
Ah, that's right. Yes, thank you. I'll remember that from my exam paper. Okay, guys. So we've got a question here. This question is on financial methods of motivation. We've got 6 businesses: Boohoo, Deliveroo, Greggs, Royal Mail, Transport for London, and the NHS. Okay. So the question is, how might this business, whatever business the ticker lands on, how might this business use financial methods of motivation to improve labour productivities? How will we get our workers to work harder, produce more, based on using financial methods? Do you want to hit the spinner, Jim? See what we come up with?
Yeah. What do we want? What do we want tonight?
Transport for
Deliveroo, I
London?
think. Or Deliveroo, 'cause I'm feeling quite peckish at the minute.
It's usually
Yeah.
Greggs. Let's have a look. There it goes.
Transport for London, I reckon. Transport for
Could
London.
be a public sector organisation.
Oh, there we go.
They were in the news
Boohoo.
as well, weren't they?
They
Boohoo
were,
recently.
yeah. Ethical approach, wasn't it? Yeah, bad with regards to their ethics. Okay, guys, so in the chat, link your answer to Boohoo. Remember, our application needs to link to Boohoo and fashion. So we're looking at using those types of words within our answer. So how might this business, Boohoo, use financial methods of motivation to improve their labour productivity? Answer in the chat, and then we'll look at some of the best ones.
What is Boohoo, by the way?
It's fast fashion, isn't it? I think
Online, is it?
online. Yeah, they did. I think they did have one pop-up store recently.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, predominantly online. Yeah, predominantly online.
I know what it is, really. I was just stalling for time to wait for Isaac.
Oh, were you?
First, I'll stick one or two of the answers as they come in for you, Jamie and Graham, to comment on. Here's Isaac's. He was first in.
So offering bonuses when sales assistant meets targets based on sale of clothes. Yeah, absolutely. That certainly could be, couldn't it? Offering bonuses. So the more that our sales assistants work, the more sales they make, the more money they can generate individually. Absolutely. That's a financial method.
There's Neves.
So Boohoo may introduce Peace Rate. Oh, brilliant. Do we know who that is, Neve? Which motivational theorist is Peace Rate? So Boohoo may introduce Peace Rate to factory workers who are making the clothing items in order to encourage a higher level of output being produced. Oh yeah, brilliant. Taylor, yeah, absolutely, Neve. Well done. Always put the name of the theorist. That shows knowledge. So
Sheila's done
always
exactly
make
the
sure you
same
put that.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are great answers coming through.
Brilliant answers. Ruben's got a good one there, haven't they?
What about
Ruben's
Joe's? Yeah, well, I was just going to stick Joe's on as well. Joe, but welcome, Joe. I think this is the first time you've featured on the board here.
So Boohoo could introduce, if not already, Piece Rate pay. Yeah, going back to Taylor again, where they pay employees for every garment they produce. This will make employees more inclined to be more productive. Absolutely. The more they produce, the more they earn. Yeah. Should we just look at Rubens? One more for Rubens.
Yeah, there we go.
So Rubens is a little bit different. Most people have gone down the Taylor route and Piece Rate, but Rubens has gone, because Boohoo is an online fashion retailer, they could provide employees with stock options.
Wow.
As employees won't really have much effect on individual purchases. So that's really good, isn't it? So the harder they work, the more money that they generate for Boohoo, the more productive they are as staff, the more revenue and the more profit that Boohoo will earn, and ultimately the more that the employees could get back in terms of shares or dividends as a direct result. So really, really, really good answers there. The fact that we've brought in motivational theory in terms of Taylor is absolutely fantastic. We come up with something very similar there again. So Boohoo may offer bonuses to its warehouse staff for meeting or exceeding order processing and packing. So rather than going down the route of producing the items that some of the students have already come up with, we've looked at the warehouse staff. So when orders come in through the internet, for example, we're going to pay staff for getting or meeting exceeding targets and getting these products out to customers, clothing and accessories, as quickly as we possibly can. So for every one that they do, meeting their targets, they'll generate even more money. So again, that's linked to Taylor and Piece Rate as well, isn't it? But excellent
Awesome.
answers.
Yeah.
Excellent answers.
Superb. Well done, everyone. So now we're just going to look at non-financial methods of motivation. And as if by magic, Boohoo has disappeared and it's been replaced by Tesco. So what we want now is same activity, but how might the business it lands on, remember, it's random. We've got no idea what it's going to be. How might this particular business use non-financial methods of motivation to improve labour retention? So what do we think? What is
Transport for London again. Transport for London.
Oh, Tesla.
That's a shock.
Okay, so non-financial method. So think of Tesla and think how might they use non-financial methods of motivation to improve labour retention. Now, remember the specification does highlight some specific examples of financial and non-financial methods of motivation, but as long as your answer's relevant to the question, you're going to get the marks. So yes, it is really important that you know the content and all the key terms, models and theories of the specification, but as long as your answer is relevant to the question, then you will still be credited. So as long as whatever method you use is non-financial. So we've got offering staff company perks, so it's just free charging. So again, that is rooted in the now remember this is about labour retention as opposed to productivity, so that's really good. So really you're rewarding staff who work there for a long time. That's actually a really, really insightful answer, because you know, not only is it applied, it is rooted in labour retention. So we may use things like job rotation. Again, that's a good method, a non-financial method of motivation. So maybe working car marketing or customer sales roles. That's
Nice
really,
application there.
really good. Some
Really
good
good.
application there. Yeah, Ben's got some quite good stuff. I mean, the answers are really, really, really good here.
There's two Bens. We'll stick both Bens on. Here's Ben number one.
Okay, Ben squared. So because Tesla is innovative, so again, that's application. They could provide job enrichment. So there's our knowledge and understanding, allow them to design their own products. For example, software which will motivate employees because it provides them with autonomy. Again, you could really, develop a real strong line of analysis. And you've linked that to Hackman and Oldham. So a more independent approach towards staff, more democratic leadership. So we're tying this in with 3.2, allowing staff to be more innovative with their designs and motivate them. Absolutely blown away by the level of answers. Should we look at so Ruben had a really good one there talking about
let's stick Ruben's on. There we go.
Yeah, Ruben there, yeah. So,
I love this new system that brings in the better answers from the live chat and overwrites ours.
So I like about working on different parts of the car. So I think we're talking about probably production there and actually making the car. So we were quite open-ended here, weren't we, with Tesla? Great stuff there. So Tesla might promote a culture of innovation amongst its engineers. You could link that to entrepreneurship even, maybe promote a culture of entrepreneurship amongst its engineers. So again, engineers rooted in the context. Greg's don't really have engineers, so the term engineers rooted in the context. Encouraging employees to contribute to exciting new projects such as new vehicle and battery designs, again context, and be part of a mission to address climate change. So again, we've highlighted the application here. words in red. And a really, really good technique is after when you've done a piece of homework, read back through your answer and think, actually, are there any words I could have used to add more context to my response? But I think we'll agree that's just some.
Sensational.
So I think
I would
you
I'll just add. Sorry, Jim. Sorry, I would
Sorry.
just
Yeah, go on.
add. When someone brings in something like job enrichment or job rotation, a little bit like we did on the previous one with Taylor, just to bracket the name of the theorist. So, for example, Hertzberg, just to put it in there. I think that's really important to do. It's just a little bit extra, isn't it? So, job rotation, Hertzberg. Just bracket the name, and that will show understanding and again knowledge and add to your answer as a whole.
The standard of application and answers is getting better every week, isn't it? As is the standard of calculations and the MCQs. I get the feeling this year's cohort is right up there. We've got 4 minutes left. I think we'll do this as a little team effort, shall we, on this last activity? We are entering our mini case. We always finish with a sort of 2 or 3 minute mini case study, a chance to answer a question, but also to demonstrate the skill of application. And today we are returning to one of Graham's favourite subjects, which is plumbing. And this one's a new business. I don't think we've done this one before, have we, Gene? A business called Royal Flush, which is a plumbing business owned by Louis Leakes. And Louis is concerned about the labour productivity of his plumbers. On average, each plumber completes 8 jobs per week, compared with an industry average of 10 jobs. And Royal Flush's labour turnover is 20%. That's higher than the industry average of 15%. So our last task for team business tonight with this case study is to give Jamie and Graham and I a way that Royal Flush could improve labour productivity. So we'll stick a bit of music on, and then as answers come in, we'll maybe stick 1 or 2 in. If you spot any, Jamie or Graham, let me know.
Yeah.
So hopefully you made a mental note there of the fact that they don't do as many completed pieces of work or jobs for their customers as the competition or the industry average, and also they have a higher labour turnover, don't they? So that must be a problem, must be a headache for Louis Leakes.
It must be, yeah. You must be drained dealing with all those issues. I used to work for Royal Flush, Jim. Yeah, I still have flushbacks. Yes. Flush out some. See if we can flush out some great answers. Pipe down.
Our moderators are working flat out on this one.
So they could offer some financial motivation, so their staff, for example, give them some bonuses. If they work hard. Yes, so could use.
Not as much application in that one though, is there?
No. Some good knowledge and understanding though.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
So we would need to link that really specifically to the completion of jobs. You could give some examples of specific jobs that a plumbing business might do.
Oh, there's a good one from Neve.
Commission again. Knowledge and understanding. It's a difficult one to apply this to, isn't it? But so the knowledge and understanding is fantastic. But what we want to try and do is root it in the context of a plumbing business.
Could be for any business, Dame, couldn't they? Could be for any business. If you changed it from Royal Flush to a furniture store, could be for any business. So we want to make sure that we're using terms that link to the plumbing business, for example.
Stick Rubens. Plumbers usually control their own hours, so Taylor's piece rate pay might work well. In other words, rewarding them based around the number of completed jobs satisfactorily to the customer's requirement.
It's a good point there, and you could even develop that further by giving an example of a specific type of plumbing job, such as fixing a leaky tap, for example. Or bleeding a radiator.
So your answer there would be, so your application would be, would help them complete their efficient on their plumbing jobs, such as fixing a leaking tap.
Doing a radiator valve.
We are running a little bit short of time. We'll have a look, see what else comes into the live chat. Let's have a quick look at what Graham and Jamie came up with. Do you want to take us through these two, G?
Yeah. So Royal Flush could introduce a piece rate system. We know that's Taylor, whereby each plumber, there's application is paid for each job they complete. This means the more jobs they complete, such as fixing leaking taps or installing bathrooms, the more they get paid. this could result in plumbers completing more jobs to increase the amount they get paid. So again, we've not said anything different than what's been said in the chat window. We've just used a little bit of language from the context of the industry and business. Royal Flush could invest in newer tools for its plumbers to increase their efficiency. For example, they could invest in more modern power tools and diagnostic equipment to reduce the time it takes to perform each job, such as unblocking drains or fixing radiators. So, investing in, rather than saying things like, new technology, be specific. Power tools complete the jobs quicker, can therefore increase labour productivity. So great answers there. Superb answers. What session?
Do you know what Louis Leake's favourite movie is, Graham?
Oh, no, I don't.
Are you going to ask me?
Well, what is Louis Leake's favourite movie, Jim?
Flush Gordon.
Hey, do you know what? And this live stream was over in a flush as well, wasn't it? Literally.
Well, look, Jamie, I hope you enjoyed it, mate.
Loved it.
I think great to have Jamie with us. We'll have to have him back again very soon. In fact, next week,
Definitely.
Jamie. Same time next week.
Yeah,
and also, we want to get George back as well. So we've got lots of people in the team we want to introduce you to over the coming weeks to get so you can get to know them as we build up the intensity and frequency of our AQA live streams. I have to say the answers tonight have just been right up there. I mean, this is like the night before the exam.
I really wish it didn't have to end and we didn't have to pull the plug on the on tonight's live stream.
Anyway, look, if you have enjoyed it, if you found it useful, please give us a thumbs up or a like on the live stream. And that's also if you've been watching on catch up and replay. Big round of applause for Jamie. Yeah, that was amazing work. I do have a round of applause sound effect, but I forgot which button. It could be the wrong sound effect.
Yeah.
So we're live, aren't we, on Tuesday nights at 5:15 or Tuesday afternoons. And I think we're moving on to doing some a couple of sessions on quantitative numerical skills. And then finish off with one on tricky topics before we hit the road for our Strong Foundation cinema workshops. Coming to Leeds, London, 2 days, Birmingham and Manchester at the end of the month. I get a chance to see Graham, and I think I'm doing one or two as well, aren't I? So that should be good. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us live. Huge thanks to Jamie, and we'll catch you this time next week. Cheers.
Thanks, Sam.
Cheers. Bye-bye.